right. Slight change of tack. I want to talk, this is one of those classic bureaucratic, red tape, local body fascist stories. There's a chap in Wellington called Brian Lee. He's building a right-of-way on his own property to access some buildings or some structures on his own properties that he has built. So Brian Lee is building this right-of-way, and in order to get deliveries to the properties on the right-of-way that he is creating with his own money on his own land, they have to have an address for delivery. And he wants to call it, I think, Lee Way. His own right-of-way, his own basic driveway on his property going to his properties or his buildings. And he thought, let's call it Lee Way or Brian Lee Way, Bob's your wombat, and I can get things connected and I can get courier deliveries and the like, and I can get the internet hooked up. But believe it or not, he's not allowed to. No. It has had to go to a committee of the Wellington City Council, and the person, one of the people on that committee, and I think the chair, to describe what's happening and tell us why, is Diane Calvert, Councillor Diane Calvert. She joins us on the line now. Diane, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
That's fine, Sean. And no, I'm a committee member. I'm not the chair of the committee.
Okay, committee. So what's the committee called?
Yeah. It's called the Regulatory Processes Committee.
Okay. That sounds exciting. Okay.
It is, yep.
So Brian wants to call his right-of-way Brian Lee Way. It's on his land. It services his properties. He's building it. Why can't he?
Well, I mean, any naming of streets comes to this committee to decide, and we get a report from the council officers. And, so it's certainly there for us to consider, and we'll be considering that this morning.
But you've had an investigation into this and come up with an alternate Māori name, I understand.
What is called an investigation, but part of our naming policy is that we will look at variety of names, but also that, is there special significance to iwi? Should there be a Māori
hang on, this right-of-way hasn't existed until Brian built it, and it's his land.
Yeah. Look,
did you do a consultation with iwi as part of this to come up with the Māori name?
Well, I understand there may well have been consultation with iwi, and I also understand that further discussions may have been had with them, and hopefully we'll find that out this morning. Because actually, at the end of the day, I think this is it is, as you said, it's a right of way. It's a private right of way. It's been developed by Mr. Lee, and and I think it's good grounds for him to go to say, can we call it Lee Way?
Diane, this seems, I mean, you're in the middle of this. It must seem a bit weird and a bit surreal. I mean, I think anyone listening from the outside says this is cuckoo.
Well, I think, we've got some big issues to sort out in the city, and for what's obviously been an extensive review and report does seem over the top.
God, I mean, how much would the consultation with the iwi have costed?
Well, we obviously have a relationship with iwi, and so yes. Look, I don't know. It's just part of the relationship we have with them. But look, iwi are pretty reasonable and practical as well.
Well,
so
they're reasonable. They're not. No, they're not, Diane. They suggested they should have a right to be involved in the naming of someone's driveway.
No, that's the council decided that. The council decided that a few years ago. So if anybody going to blame anybody, it's the council.
Diane, what will you be advocating for at the meeting today as a representative of a ward of Wellington?
Well, I mean, and it's in my ward. I mean, I will be listening to what Mr. Lee has said. I've seen what he's written. It all seems perfectly reasonable to me. It's not a main road. It doesn't seem to be any significance of the area to Māori. So, look, I just think that, it's a private right of way. It's his land. He's got rights as well. But, I can't say which way I'll vote at this stage, but I'll certainly be listening.
Good on you, Diane. Thank you for joining us, and good luck today. Rather you than me.
Thank you.
the regulatory committee. Isn't that madness? I don't know how much the consultation with iwi. They want to call it Te Ara Arahu. It is a driveway on private land. How much of my money that could be fixing? I mean, what do you think, Ben? I mean, that's like...
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't get more classic Wellington than that, doesn't it, really? He built the road, it's his road, just call it, and I like the name Leeway.
Leeway.
Give it a bit of leeway.
Oh, boom, boom.
The council need to give him a bit of leeway.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just think
that is just bureaucracy gone absolutely. And the thing is, talking to Diane Calvert, because she's so close to it, and she lives in the world of stupid regulations and iwi consultation, Diane Calvert cannot even see how crazy she sounds, even entertaining the idea that isn't total bloody madness.
Why doesn't he just put a sign up saying leeway? The council come knocking and go, no, actually, we think...
You've got to notify it to get it on a map or something, so I don't know,
what did they
Google
say?
Maps or whatever.
What did they want it to be called? Te Ara Nui.
Te Ara Arahu, which means secret path or something.
I think he wanted it to be easy to spell for his deliveries and his internet stuff. So that would just be annoying.
It's just BS. It's just 100% screaming pile of stinking BS. I don't know. Has anyone else got any examples of madness like that?